Hello, this is a demo about Cockpit's new support for nested mount points. It didn't do anything special about those, and you could really shoot yourself in the foot by having two file systems that are mounted, where one is mounted inside the other, like in this setup. We have two partitions here, and one is mounted on foo, and the other one is mounted on foo bar, which is inside foo. They're both not mounted now, and of course, if you are aware of this and you think about it hard, then you know you need to first mount foo, so that when you mount bar, the foo directory is already there where it should be. Or let's put it the other way around. If you first mount foo bar and then foo afterwards, then you will hide the mount point foo bar under this new file system. So it can be quite confusing, but that's how Unix and Linux do things. But now we have put some protection into Cockpit to handle this a bit better. So let's first try to make a mistake. We mount this first, which would be wrong. But of course, at this point, Cockpit, not of course, but at this point, Cockpit doesn't complain. It could go into its configuration and say, okay, there's another one here where you might get problems with, but maybe this is what you want to do. Maybe you don't want to have this ever mounted, and it might be reasonable. But now if we mount this one, that would be the mistake. We do it, and now Cockpit tells you, oh, this is not a good idea. Something is already mounted and you should unmount that first. Errors are, of course, not the best thing. Maybe Cockpit could be more active and actually do this unmounting automatically, but it's a bit difficult to put it in this dialog, because whether or not this is a problem depends on the value that's here in this text thing, and we only check when we press the mount button. And so we would have to think about how to handle this UI flow. Maybe there's a second dialog, or we do it whenever people type in the input field. But now it's just an error. At least nothing bad will happen. So yeah, we do this now. We unmount this. And we do this now first. And then the other one. Another part of this, actually the bigger part, is that if you now unmount this one, it would usually fail because there's something already mounted inside and you get something is busy error. But now Cockpit understands the situation and it will tell you, okay, we are gonna unmount both of this at the same time. And yeah, this is just like pretty much the same. If you would delete this, now also does a recursive tear down and unmounts everything that's in there. Also, of course, if you initialize the whole disk, there's a little bit of complication here, because now both partitions would be deleted, but we need to unmount this one first. And yeah, Cockpit figures it out and puts it at the top. And and I think that's it. Yeah, I hope this helps. Thanks a lot.